other. The faint of heart never tried it on bother. Gotta be brave, you live as a slave, and you die as a martyr. Riot and race against the machine, this is total anarchy. Hear, see, and speak no evil, get a power back to the people. Yeah. It's a war outside, get the running if you ain't ready to die. The tone has been set, the blood's been drawn. You fight through the pain, the weather, the storm. It goes on and on. The pain that never occurred to me, so my enemies no concern to me. Cause baby, I'm feeling bulletproof.
When you hold from any battle, I'm not shot. I never duck when the shots fire.
Dia 8-4. Perdoneu que tenia el micro cap amunt. I anirem cap al nostre franchise. Recordeu, Seattle Seahawks. I quarta jornada que veurem demà a la vida real i avui en digital. Contra els San Francisco 49ers. Aquí en digital ja portem 2 partits guanyats i un de perdut. L'últim, doncs, ja vam començar a jugar més bé. Ui, locker room, calling it quits. Hòstia, perdoneu que hem de parar atenció a això, que es vol retirar un jugador de l'equip. Però què és això? Comença la temporada i es borra... Sí, hombre, Bobby Wagner. Ma! El Bobby Wagner. Però això és una broma. Olines, però què ha passat aquí? Però si és el millor de l'equip. Winning will help Wagner stick around while going on a losing streak. Jolines, es pot acabar retirant, això és nou. O sigui que si no guanyem, el tio es retira. Això se'n diu rata de claveguera. Abandonar el vaixell. Però què és això? Press Conference, Rivalry Game. Ens hem de discutir amb els rivals. O sigui, aquest joc han afegit unes coses que no sé si el porten cap al bon camí. You are facing a bitter rival in the 49ers. This week, and limiting the impact of George Kittle must be a top priority. How will you stop him? Pressionant-lo, no? Josh Kittle is a fantastic player and I don't think there's a way you can really stop him. Your only hope is to slow him. Hem d'aconseguir la W. Aviam com es fa una W. Per això, una W de win, perquè si no l'equip es desmunta, tu. Press conference, QB1, check-in. Evaluate the start to your quarterback's season. Joder. Coach, Russell Wilson has been one of the top passers in terms of yards so far this season. Is the plan to continue to be so pass-heavy? Keep adding it up. Strive for balance. Volem un equilibri. Això sempre és bo. La meva àvia sempre deia que les masses piquen. Totes les masses piquen. Vale, així que hem de córrer per donar credibilitat a les nostres paraules. Joder, quanta feina se'ns ha girat, no, l'equip? 4 jugadors que volen negociar. A veure, Jamal Adams. Vale, the contract length is good, but that's it. Vale, llavors, què t'hem de millorar, xato? Els anys són bons. Vinga. Accepta això, cull. Joder! No t'interessa, t'hem perdut el Jamal Adams. No seríem gaire bons negociant, De sac els ofereixo el que toca. That's a good offer, I'm glad we got the deal down. Vale, veus? Aquest és més fàcil. 200 aquí, Dix... Veus, aquest també. I Gerald Everett també, un bon Tyrant. Una mica grandet per això. Veus? Tots bé, menys el crack de turno, que... avariciosos. Scout College Players. Sé que vaig prometre que tot això ho faríem... ho faríem en directe, perquè és la part més avorrida de... Però... tenia els dits creuats. És una cosa molt tonta perquè... dius, bueno, això fins que no toqui no cal mirar-s'ho gaire, saps? Vull dir, això és qüestió d'anar fent això que estic fent, anar gastant els puntets que tenim, va, ja no en tenim més. I quan toqui el draft, mirar-se bé la informació que tenim. Va, això ja ho tindríem. Weekly Strategy. Let's go. Perfecte. Vale, em sembla que es canviava per aquí. Pumba, 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 això ja està bé. Start training, vinga, simulem l'entrenament. Això és un moment, no patiu. Vinga, puntets, puntets, vinga, puntets per tothom. Vale, training complete, upgrade players, gràcies als entrenaments i als puntets, pues, mira, wide receiver aquest està millorant el tio, 70, sí senyor, molt bé. Encara ens el quedarem. Manage staff, manage roster, play, season game. Vinga, som-hi, al partit. Joder, el Jamal Adams no ha fitxat. Ui, què farem? Què farem? Ai, estan esperant a que apreti. Comença el partit! No tinc aigua ni tinc res, tinc una set que em moro. Bobby Wagner... Aquest partit és important,
From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California.
Santa Clara, California.
It's week 4 of the NFL on EA
Sports, it's in the game. Bones, Marc, per allò... Amb la secundària que tenen els Niners els pots fer mal amb jugades profundes. Hòstia, gràcies pel consell. A veure què fem. A veure què fem, perquè el Bobby Wagner se'ns vol retirar si no guanyem partits. Mare meva, no sé què hem fet amb aquest joc, però
the Seattle Seahawks.
Vinga.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place
No
was
està mal, el
deafening.
Carson.
They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Vinga, comencem rebent la pilota.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And for the first time, we get a look at the veteran Russell Wilson as he gets set to lead yet again the Seattle Seahawks
Els
offense.
passes no els faig gaire bé. Aquest és el problema, Marc.
He leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Vinga, va.
Line of scrimmage
Aviam si us sorprenem amb el que ens has dit. Ja, què tenim? El Metcalf, Carson.
Wilson.
Merda.
Hòstia,
s'ha lesionat ja.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ja s'ha lesionat un, Crec que ho han exagerat una mica massa amb aquesta versió del Madden. Es lesionen cada 2x3. No acabo d'entendre-ho. Vinga, acabarem de fer aquestes yardes. Oh! M'ha enganxat el tio,
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Well, this defense
Mira.
for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are.
Oh,
I don't know the
oh,
analytics
oh.
when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game.
M'ha tocat!
I always say, when you're
M'ha
creating
tocat el
your
tio.
chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified.
Bueno, comencem
One thing that you're going to see
molt
from this
malament,
offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go
A veure,
1st and 10.
el Garoppolo.
Offense coming out here for the first time, led by their
No,
quarterback,
tampoc
Jimmy
porta tants
Garoppolo.
bons números,
Garoppolo, 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well.
Si em diuen això, jo sempre començo apretant-los una mica.
May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. The limited running room is he'll get about
No m'ha sortit del tot bé,
the numbers for him from a week ago.
Però crec que la jugada estava ben triada.
84 yards and a touchdown.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success. And we see what their game
No sé per
plan
què
is
em
for this
demana
week.
tant...
They expect that defensive
Vols dir que
front to
faran
be
pas,
someone they can move.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Toward the center.
Molt bé, Garoppolo, així m'agrada.
George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Now this rivalry, Charles, the Seahawks and Niners, really one of the best in the NFL. So many great games in the last decade or so between these two. Where does this one rank for you in terms of best
merda!
rivalries of, let's say,
Ai!
numbers? There he
Ai!
goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 79 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
El Samuel.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described...
A la vida real és el segon receptor
You're supposed to take advantage
de la
of it on the
temporada.
offensive side of the ball. You said thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did
Un
exactly
desastre, mare meva. Però queda molt partit. Queda molt partit.
With the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Let Russell Cook. Molt bo.
3 plays on that drive.
Ai, xuletes aquests.
By a touchdown for San
Mare
Francisco.
meva.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Genoll, genoll.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. Eskridge going to keep this.
Passa que quan el Russell el porto jo, sembla com si no fos tan bo, saps?
Offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
Bueno, provarem a veure què tal
all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where
la
this game
jugada
is
de...
situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra
Sí,
juice,
m'ha
but
arribat.
at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16.
Serem una mica més conservadors
First down pickup. Good start after
i
going
aprofitarem allò que ens has comentat, Marc, en moments així puntuals.
And they know that it helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he puts his head down.
I em poso que així com endavant,
For a gain of about 6. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week.
Però bueno, 6 yardes no està malament.
And well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And they run the option.
No, merda!
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively.
Ai, senyor.
Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the run.
Realment, si deixés jugar a la màquina, segur que ho faria més bé, Bona, aquesta!
Lead to DK Metcalf.
Ai, que tinc la càmera aquí.
First down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Aquesta l'he vist bé,
Drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Es pensaven que tornaríem a allunyar aquesta gent o què?
Niner territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the
Vinga.
46.
Bona aquesta! Ai!
Forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Defensively
Fuck.
here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered,
Vale,
you've got to find
Carson,
a way to hold them under 20. 'Cause to
Lockett,
me, that's the
Metcalf.
magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28,
Va,
30, they'll be
Lockett!
in some trouble.
Sí!
So because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
23 yards the pickup there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago.
Tenia raó, Marc?
Reestablish the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong
Una mica
drive in
lentets.
response.
Oh! Bona, bona aquesta! Oh!
To the right
Sí!
side and complete to Metcalf.
Sí!
Seahawks. DK Metcalf.
Molta raó, molta raó.
4th touchdown on the year.
Segueixes la NFL, Marc, o què?
Extra point away from tying this thing up.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied
Marc Parelló.
7-7. So the drive
Vale,
ends up going
Quin,
75
tots...
yards in 7
És que n'hi ha un parell, no?, de
Seahawks capping it off with a
podcast.
touchdown.
Tots al Blitz o l'altre? Ah, no em sortirà. NFL a sac, vale, exacte. Però ets algun equip concret o és que t'agrada tot? A tothom és més o menys un equip, no?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Va, ho intento,
From a
tio.
couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 20.
De quin equip ets?
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
Dels Patriots, no m'ho diguis això, tio. No m'estranya que us ho diguin. Però ara ja no tant, perquè jo tinc com una animadversió pel Tom Brady, el desinflapilotes que li dic jo. No sé si saps de què va això.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I com que ara està als Bucks, pues ara fan una mica de ràbia als Bucks. I encara més ara, a mi, perquè acaben de fitxar el que havia sigut el nostre cornerback estrella. No em sortirà ara, hòstia. Mira, de tant que em va fer ràbia que marxés ja me n'he oblidat del nom. Però bueno, ho vaig llegir, no sé si ahir o abans d'ahir. Bueno, tenien raó, que he fet servir una mica de... que no fes village. Merda, no m'ha donat temps.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Oita, el Kittle s'ha fet mal. El Sherman, exacte.
Such an important piece to the puzzle.
Sí, sí.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Mike 5'9",
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw.
Oh! Flag de què? Flag de què? Rugging de passer, però no l'he tocat. I em fa això cada 2x3 al joc. No he arribat a tocar-lo. Que m'ho ensenyin. Ah! Sí senyor! Vinga, va, que els hem d'aturar aquests. Com que estan ja aquí? M'he despistat, Tercer i 11. Vinga, va, que anem bé. No, que no passi! És tan gol, no?
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
And this play goes nowhere, losing.
Joder, el Dunlap s'ha fet mal ara, cau-lo.
And you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry, always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
Open man is Samuel, complete. They get only
Complete, sí, però per fer què? Aconseguir que només puguin fer field goal. Samuel, aquest dels pebrots, Substitueixo, sí, clar, no em dones més opcions. Sí, senyor. I ara flag de què? Flag de què?
So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small.
No entenc què ha sigut. Pass interference? Però ni tan sols li han intentat passar, no? La pilota?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. The kick by Gold is good.
Bueno.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them.
A tu et passava?
Points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can
Sí,
really
no sé,
keep
fa
the
coses
rest of it,
rares.
because you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25.
Bueno, no està tan malament.
Comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
Vinga! Home, pas interference, això no ho és? No em diràs que això no ho és.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
To throw is Wilson.
Oh! Corre una mica més, tio.
And it brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession.
Samuel, aquest ens està fent mal, eh?
Over 100 yards like he is, maybe the D coordinator scratching his head a little bit. If you're the D coordinator, what are you doing? Whatever he's not doing. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way.
What? 6 yardes han fet?
Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
Sí.
Nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Ara sí, eh?
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Garoppolo to Ayuk. First down, 49ers. A handoff running left is Mostert. Lines up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now Garoppolo.
Merda!
Got a man, that's Richie James. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
M'han anat de la meva zona i me l'han fotut allà.
With a 9-yard pickup. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back,
I aquell per què es queda quiet?
disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
Joder, quina cosa més rara, no?
Now it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mostert, toss left side.
Molt bé, sí senyor.
Here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Vinga, va, aquesta jugada és important.
How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Oh, this is going to end on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
And I believe that game
Bueno, no sé si allunyen, no estan entrant al field goal, no?
I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Pues sí. Espero que el fallin,
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not.
Oof.
It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. Little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
On first down, Wilson.
Merda, hòstia.
Comes and Wilson's gonna go down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
El Bosa dels pebrots. Podria seguir lesionat el tio.
With a 9-sack season and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. Went down with a knee injury in Week 2 last year, and the Niners' fortunes seemed to sag right along with it.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5
Sí, senyor.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds.
Mica justet aquest passe, Let's go, let's go.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Metcalf Lockett. Yes, Bridge.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson.
Va, primer down i...
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Bueno, primer quart està igualadet. Sí, ara carrera, home. A aquesta distància sí. Ui, no sé què he fet.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in
Sí. Touchdown.
Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Solid blocking
Vinga,
up
ens
front
posem
from the guys on the offensive
més
line
enllà
to get in for
de... Merda!
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the
Bueno,
offensive
sí,
line
era
are
força
constant.
això, vull
I
dir
used to
que
have a coach who called it marrying
ens
up.
posem a més d'un field goal.
When you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Genoll, genoll. Sí.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Bueno, no està mal. A veure. Hòstia, aquest està a les últimes. Haig d'aprofitar-ho.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror.
Hòstia, jo em pensava que estava a les últimes. O és al revés? Sí, és al revés.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Sí, no sé si ho saps tu, Marc, les línies aquestes que es veuen en el jugador, al defensa. Sí, no puc passar.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Joder, no me'n surto, Ha canviat bastant, sí. Jo em pensava que era la debilitat, que es anava cansant i que era millor atacar-lo per aquell cantó. I m'ha donat la sensació que era totalment al contrari. No sé què he fet, que he canviat la càmera.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to
Merda.
6 on third down to keep the drive going. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down.
Sí, jo em pensava que era el desgast, però hi havia un tio que el tenia al màxim, he anat contra ell i era com si, bueno, estigués a totes. No ho sé. Bueno, a veure.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Ens en sortim, no ens podem parar.
11 more on that one and another first down.
The 49ers traded up to snag Brandon Ayuk at pick 25 in the 2020 draft out of Arizona State. He was in and out of the lineup a little bit in his rookie year. Only played in 12 games, but was awfully productive when he was out there with 60 catches. And there's another one, this time for a first down.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup there. Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
59, Mike, check, 59.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Carson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, of so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's
¡Wow! ¡Qué buena!
I think they got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing Come on, let's get on board.
Sí senyor, molt bona.
20 before he's brought down. Now we've got whistles and the man slow to get up
Un
here
altre
is
lesionat,
Jones. While the training
l'equip
staff
rival.
takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Home!
End zone, but it's incomplete. The
Hosti, tu, l'he vist un pèl tard, però...
And that'll bring up 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense.
Oh, ho, ho.
It really hurts you on the back end.
And even
No ha
though
sigut
it's a
touchdown?
completion there, I think they're going back to that well. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game
Vale, ens
goes on.
posem a 4 un altre cop.
If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half.
Bé.
2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive
Que
line
queden
to create some
8:30.
space.
The kick unit
Després
for the Seahawks out
reben
there.
ells, a la segona part.
We are ready to rock. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit.
Hòstia,
Get him out
quan
in
canvio
open
de
space,
jugador
swing the ball
em
to him.
perdo.
What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him.
Jo em
They
fallo.
get tired or they get out of position or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Hosti, tu, 40 yardes.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play
Joder,
call
com
is
estan
going to be,
jugant,
because
no?
after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
I quasi ho traiem fora, Vale, a veure.
Big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
No, m'he equivocat de jugada, mare meva.
2nd down, Mostert.
Ah.
He dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Sort que l'han aturat.
That is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
No ha passat, no? Que fort. S'han estorbat ells mateixos,
A bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. They'll try it now with
Molt bé, sí senyor.
pinned on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys
Ha sigut bona la jugada
short.
aquesta,
And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So the defensive front holding
Primer
strong.
sortirem una mica de la zona aquesta.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive
Merda,
linemen,
pensava que
the offensive guys pushed them back.
l'home de la línia no me'l blocava bé
And the tackle
I
there
per això
by
m'he quedat per
Quinn
darrere,
Alexander.
però...
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later.
Merda,
Face it,
tu.
you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones,
Easy, blocked, hard, air bridge.
blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Merda.
And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take
Els
over.
hem de tornar a aturar.
And
Mare
San
meva.
Francisco gets set to go here. They had
Vinga, va.
a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This is Mostert. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Mostert.
Sí.
He'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Open man is heard. It's complete.
Merda.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able
Qui
to
se
get
ràtiguen,
on 3rd down,
aquest?
and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And now Garoppolo
One
lost
ball.
the football.
Sí.
The Seahawks have recovered. Defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying
Oof.
to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard.
2-minute
as
warning.
That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Second and 9. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd.
Bé.
And he will not be able to hang on through the
No l'ha agafat?
It's
Mare meva.
incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th
Quin
down.
pan, tio.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake.
Merda!
Oh, and this turns into a
Es
mess.
poden
It's
fer invents.
intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
No és el Wilson el que la tira.
So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit, I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play call better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. James has got it, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Got his man
Buena.
over the middle. That's James. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And Gold is able to put it through.
Bueno, 21-20, encara guanyem.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Now a
Ai, timeout, no havia d'agafar timeout.
Perhaps
Cago
a
en
chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Què són aquestes jugades? Fotre un Hail Mary, com Déu mana.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
57's Mike.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take
Bueno, no està tan malament.
as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by
Que ara
with the
podem
EA
guanyar.
Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Està millorant el passe.
Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL
A veure
on
els
the first
partits.
official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in
Els
the
Cardinals,
city of Los Angeles.
mira, s'enfrontaven
Here's the
entre
Rams, who
ells,
have the lead
perfecte.
in the second quarter. Matthew Stafford's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head to Green Bay. Check out the Packers at home, Lambeau, and you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Olines amb
A
els
touchdown
Packers.
pass there for Ben Roethlisberger. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Devin Duvernay, a touchdown reception. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Vinga, fora, això. Oh, que bo, l'ombra. Ha anat avançant, l'ombra, eh?
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your side.
Sí, senyor!
And he's taken down.
Uau, Barton, no?
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot.
Molt bo, comencem bé.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Merda, no sé què he agafat ara.
Second and 18. Here's Mostert.
Bé.
To speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third and long.
Molt bona! Corre! Sí! Uau!
It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Molt bé, Enric Jr.
Now Myers for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
A més d'un touchdown. Vale, perfecte. Bueno, comencem bé la segona part.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10.
A veure, Mayowa.
25-yard line. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6.
Oh, merda.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. That catch good for only a couple.
Ha anat fora, no? O què?
Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mostert.
Sí, senyor.
Take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8.
Es posa bé el partit.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Vale, aquí vigilem. Vigilem el passe. Bé.
Is in trouble and down he goes. L.J. Collier picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pues no gaire, la veritat. Des de que l'han tornat a posar a PC, perquè jo soc jugador de PC, o sigui, fa un parell d'anys, però hi he pogut jugar poc, la veritat. Aquest any és l'any que hi estic jugant més.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Ai, merda.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So here are the Seahawks.
Sí, de moment segueixo bastant recomanacions de jugades i de més i... La qüestió és no perdre la pilota ara.
Here's a handoff
Que
to
l'arrisca
Preston to
massa.
begin the drive. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Dona 9. Pensant molt poc,
They
Aviam,
run
sí.
again.
Merda! Bona!
And a good pickup
L'he triplat
there.
bé, però...
6 up to midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
Merda!
And that is incomplete. Oh,
Ho he vist tard. S'hi ha afegit el safety a
From a
defensar.
defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this
Ah,
one
que algú
away.
l'agafi! Ui,
And this one
merda.
hits at the one,
Touchback.
continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
I què, com veus les incorporacions a l'Europa League
And old school
per l'any que ve?
coaches
Se
don't
sap
necessarily
algú
mind
dels
that.
equips
Didn't
aquests?
turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. There's Garoppolo to throw.
Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there,
Whoa.
nice first down. Drive keeps moving. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
56.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
Oh,
Same result, it's Kittle. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's a sight that 49er fans like. George Kittle catching a pass for a first down. Remember, he only played in 8 games in 2020, but he was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2000.
sí, ja tinc ganes, de l'any que ve. Però és això, falta afegir algú més, si no, no sé com faran els grups.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Merda.
Inside the 35-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
To throw is Garoppolo.
Bona!
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good
Llàstima, quasi li fem perdre.
They run out of the shotgun.
Ah, merda! Bé, no ha passat.
After a gain of 1, not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Certament, és una incògnita, segurament barrejar una mica
Well
equips.
on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun.
Sí, esperem.
And they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
I que n'hi hagi algun més del sud, perquè...
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Rip right. Mike's 59.
Garoppolo now.
Oh!
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will be brought down at about the
Flag. Rugging de passer, però de què van?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead.
Intenten...
And the Niners will come up and go for 2. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer Christian McLeod likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like
Sí,
this?
hombre.
He's put a tent
Ha!
in touchdown city.
Ens ha sortit malament.
They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Vinga, a veure...
I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second. You don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so. His offensive line.
Oi, quasi arribo.
Scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it?
M'encanta el mesh spot aquest.
Bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first
M'encanta.
down. Keep the sticks moving.
What? Bona. Sí, senyor.
Down to the 35-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er.
El més spot és que els tornes bojos.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Que és un dels capitans, no? Sembla. Bueno, seguim fent forat.
Niner territory now. This is first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Wilson, he's going to look to run with it.
Com? No l'he entès aquesta jugada. No l'he entès aquesta.
Here's second and 9. We'll check on his status when we get back.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 57.
On second down, it's Carson, and he stopped immediately there.
No entenc aquestes jugades.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Third and 8, cago en l'ou.
You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Sí, senyor. Ha.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Sí, senyor.
Caught, touchdown. Wait, hold a second.
I ara que el flag.
Let's see if this will stand.
Touchdown, tu. Hòstia, quines preguntes. És que això ja no s'hauria de preguntar, no? Veus com ho diuen?
Take the points and keep moving.
The extra point now coming from Myers.
Aquí tenim mig partit.
And that makes it a 9-point game.
9.
So that drive
Sí que serien...
And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Bueno, encara. Estem més punts, eh? Però bueno.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And we see he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And for them a touchdown their
Raheem Mostert,
obviously they'll be hoping to do
que
that
no
again.
coneixia
When you
jo.
start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
Espero que ara no vinguin amb passes llargs encara.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The tackle made by Benson Mayoa following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Get ready. Get ready.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. Said he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall. Right
Què, ho
around the
intentaran
line
o què?
of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes
Chris Carson, 435 yardes, 5 touchdowns.
Hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah. Watch tight. Tight end right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carson.
Sí, senyor.
101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this
7
afternoon.
yardes després del contacte.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards
Ah,
in the afternoon.
m'agraden. Quan surten bé m'agraden les externes.
As the day goes along.
He's not gonna get me. Hey, watch that.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Però
Just
costa que
no
surtin.
lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10.
57. Mike, 57.
This is Dallas, an inside handoff. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team.
Merda.
Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Looking left side, and he's got it.
Oh.
That's Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
No anem a enganyar ningú. Quick pass.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson.
Sí, me l'he jugat. Amb el marcador que tenia i
I
veient com m'ha sortit abans la jugada de Quick Pass,
Felt very military to me. Very precise.
Bueno, aquí sí, aquí ja
One of the words you've taught me.
li hem fotut l'estocada al...
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock too with a
Em
drive
diu que ho
like that,
intenti.
so you really give yourself an advantage.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for two here. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up
2
to
punts.
3 scores. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground.
A veure si el Seattle els hi va així avui.
Sometimes it's the exact
Ai, avui, demà.
right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Genoll.
And we see James, he will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Molt bé, quedarà l'últim quart. Hem de vigilar no fer el burro, anar perdent temps, i si fem més punts, doncs benvinguts siguin. Vale, així que serem conservadors.
Offense ready to start their next drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
So how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that is going to do it.
Bueno, molt bé, 10-7, 10-14, 6-22, hem anat de menys a més.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
A play fake for Mostert, now Garoppolo.
Ha!
His throw's going to be incomplete.
Merda, el Collier se m'ha lesionat.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Centrada.
Throwing now is Garoppolo.
Oh, merda!
It's complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look.
Doncs ja ha lesionat un, no? Serà un molt bon partit demà. Seahawks patirà una mica perquè la línia ofensiva no és molt solvent i la línia defensiva de 49 és molt bona. Però vam començar bé. El primer partit, crec recordar... substitut. No ho va fer malament. Se'ns va lesionar un dels de la línia ofensiva i des de llavors sí que han començat a anar més fluixos. Però és el gran mal dels Seattle, que la línia ofensiva sempre ha sigut fluixa fins a mitja temporada, no comencen a fer res. Oh! I aquesta vegada jo tenia sensació que ens sortiria més bé. Però l'últim partit està clar que...
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Watch the boot. 56. Mike, 56, right there.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Vinga, va.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd.
Oh!
Garoppolo looking middle, and It's incomplete.
Com no ha pogut agafar això?
Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them.
Field goal faran o què?
They can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety
Aconsegueixo
of
arribar,
coverages.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards.
El que està bé és
He is
això.
feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today.
O sigui, s'ha anat
Everything
fent de...
coming together for him.
S'ha
It's
anat
that type of
tapant el
day that
sol,
you see
eh?
it back. Just gotta have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are gonna be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. They'll begin the drive with Carson. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger there on the stop. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
Ui, se passa.
Down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 120 yards rushing for
9 yardes després del contacte.
tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're
Una
looking
bèstia.
for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for
Aviam,
this
aquesta
back
no
in
l'he fet
training
mai.
camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it. They run for it with Carson. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down
Aconseguit
at
el
the
first down.
26. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Here's Carson. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, it's Carson.
Wow.
Inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Toward
Que
the
va.
caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
Antes, porque...
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, un ajuste. Ve.
Now Myers for the extra point.
5.
And the lead is
50
now
punts.
24. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Qué contento ha
Some
estado,
of the
tío.
offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
All right, T, let's try. All right, T. 57's the mic.
Now Garoppolo. He finds his man complete. It's James. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
57. Mike.
Garoppolo looks to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
56 the mic.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them in his this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
57, Mike, 57. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Garoppolo again. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Here we go. 59. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike, check, 59.
Sermon, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
57 to Mike. 57.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal.
Oh, qué bo.
Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Corre.
Take this one home. It's a touchdown.
98 yardes.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a
Una
pick.
pallissa, sí.
You like being out there at the end of these
No han estat així els altres partits que he fet.
Opportunities to go get it.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Uf.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Ara serà 3-1. Però els altres partits guanyats, un va ser per un punt o una cosa així, i l'altre, l'últim sí que ja va estar una mica més bé, però em va costar. I aquest ja...
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly.
Sí, està bé, no? 3-1.
You just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's gonna have a lot of
Primer el vaig perdre.
and definitely not a lot of answers.
So line of scrimmage
Però
staying
clar, també
39
jugo
on
seguint
2nd and 10.
recomanacions del coach.
Put that team on the bus.
Vull dir que...
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
From the snap,
Encara em
he
queda
certainly
molt
looked like he
camí.
knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise,
puc anar
that
complicant
guy
molt.
was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
It's a party now.
First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down, but not before
Hòstia, no el
he
tombaven,
past
tio.
the 50. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, fellas.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a first
Ja,
and 10
Mayowa.
as they search for a late score. On first down, Garoppolo. That's over the middle.
Joder.
By Ayuk.
M'he tirat al buit.
But not before getting it inside the 35. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Garoppolo looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score.
Bueno, normal, ¿no?
Exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Past midfield, look out. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it, but yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Watch the screen. Pass.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Ya está, ¿no?
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just
Bon
don't think you
partit,
can do
sí,
anything
sí.
wrong. Whatever you call, run,
Hem
pass,
de
it's all
millorar el
gonna work.
passe.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams.
Hòstia, contra els Rams després. Buah.
Down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they
Bueno,
head to
65%
Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
Això pel Wilson
Thanks
és
for
un
tuning in, everybody. Alongside
és un
Charles
insult.
Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the
This is the... Molt bé, doncs ja ho tenim això. Quarta jornada. Tercer partit guanyat, 3-1. A veure què ens donen. Madden Rank. I Summary. Vinga, Advance. Molt bé, a veure. El Jamal Adams. Molt bé. Tuna 4, defensive tackle. Jolines, sí que n'han millorat amb aquest partit, Cornerback aquest que ha fet... No sé si una intercepció... Veus, té de moral té +1. El Brown... Parkinson. Mare meva, quin nom. Molt bé, això ja ho tenim. Discuss the results of the game. Deixarem tot això fet. A lot of coaches say they to only celebrate a win or sulk over a loss for... Oli. Vale. I el quarterback. I like what we have going here, coach. Teams are going to be terrified about how to defend us if we show that we can run or pass at will. That's the goal. Most defenses only get a week to prepare for us, and if we can keep showing teams new ways to... Joder, no dona temps de res, no? No dona temps de llegir, veiem, Scout College, jo diria que ja no podem, ja no tenim punts, no? Tenim 10 punts, veus, no? Manage staff, i aquí sí, que podem posar més puntets. Aquí tenim 15 punts, això val 20. Mira, això val 10. Molt bé, i avancem fins a la propera jornada. Jugarem contra Los Angeles Rams. Mare meva. Que són els que van segons, pel que veiem aquí en el... Ui, puc anar? View Standings. De tota la NFL, els Giants. 3-1. Hi ha molts equips. 3-1. De l'NFC som els Giants, els Eagles, els Lions, els Seahawks i els Panthers. Mare meva, qui ho diria? I la NFC West. Pues els Rams ens van darrere amb 2-2, 49ers 1-3 i 1-3. Sí, tot està al revés, no? Mare meva, els New York Giants primer. Bueno, tot això del meeting i tot això ho farem ja a la propera jornada. Així que només queda esperar demà a veure què passa a la vida real, perquè això no és res més que una simulació. Així que gràcies per estar per aquí, Marc, i bueno, ens seguim veient pel podcast i seguint el futbol americà. Vinga, moltes gràcies i fins al proper directe.